What's going on? Today we're going through the best and worst tattoo TikToks I could find. Let's jump into it. Okay, this one was sent to me a million times. I really got a lot to say about it, which is one, I like this. Okay, I like it a lot. I like the fact that it's not just a traditional blackout. They actually did something with it. They did this sperm whale coming out of the water. It's interesting. It's unique, it's hard to pull off, and they did a great job. Do I think that this is gonna work for very many designs? No. I think that this is pretty much the only design where this would actually look good. And I look forward to seeing what they do when it's all finished. Like the inside's not done. The outside on this part of the arm is clearly not done, but it looks great. You guys sent it to me. I like it. It's one of those things when it comes to blackouts, I really like when new, interesting things are done rather than just blacking out the entire arm. But like if you look in and you see his original tattoos, you're like, yeah, cover that up. No one wants trees. The tree tattoo wrist banger, it fell out, dude. It was cool, never. Now everyone's got it, you know, unfortunately. So yeah, cover it up. This looks a million times better. Sperm whale, dude, and this, I'm just into it. I'm into it, I like it. If you're gonna black stuff out, do stuff like this. On to the next. Okay, now first off, this, in my opinion, like if you just look at the stencil of that and you pause it right there, that's gonna be a very difficult tattoo to pull off. And in fact, like it's almost an impossible tattoo to pull off. Getting massive bars of straight lines down a person's back, it's just not likely to look very good. And honestly, they should have probably said no to it. A funny little story, I might've been 10 tattoos into my apprenticeship and a girl wanted a cross on her riblets, and we started it, and like halfway through, I was just like beating up the skin. It was all fucked up and not aligned. It was like one of those times as a tattooer, I was having such a freak out. I was like, I had to ask my mentor to finish the tattoo for me, which was super embarrassing. But honestly, yeah, even he couldn't fix it. I'd fucked it up so bad. And yeah, so looking at a giant cross on a person's back like this, where it's like 20 times bigger than the one that I had to do on a person's rib, I just don't see it working out very well. Let's see it. It definitely looks black. Technically the tattoo is done okay. It's just the tattoo was never going to look very good. It looks crooked. It doesn't look straight. Parts look thinner, parts look thicker, and that is just natural for this type of tattoo. I think that, yeah, it's a no-go for me. Clearly, it's not a great tattoo, but it was never going to be a great tattoo. Just yeah, giant fucking cross on a person's back, not the move, ever. On to the next. Okay, we got something good, dude. Gordon Combs, dude. One of my favorite tattooers. This is a snake and tiger. It's massive, taking up the entire length of the arm, and it just looks so solid, so clean. That gray looks super saturated, even with these large fields of gray. It just looks rock solid. The design, rock solid. I love that the parts that need to be exaggerated and big look exaggerated and big. Like the claws, they look solid. The face looks solid. Everything about it. This is one of the better tattoos I've seen in a long time, and I just like looking at it. Probably not one of the better tattoos I've seen in a long time. I see a lot of amazing tattoos every single day, but this is just one of those tattoos that when I look at it, I feel like I could keep looking at it and just being stoked and seeing little things that were interesting the way they were done. Yeah. Gordon Combs, one of my favorite, by far, tattooers ever. I don't have anything tattooed by him, but I will someday. Someday I'll get something. Even though he does a more intricate type of traditional than I'm into, it looks good. It looks good, yeah. I like the big, dumb eyes. They're perfect. Next. Face tattoo reaction. What is it going to be? The Mike Tyson, dude. That is the Mike Tyson tattoo on some white guy construction worker's face. That looks real. That is real. I am so jealous. I would give my left nut to do a Tyson on someone's face. I would seriously do it. I'm so excited about that. On some old construction worker's face, dude. I wish I could hear what he was saying, but the audio is all cut out. He looks pumped too. He just looks excited. Once he looks at it in the mirror, he's like, dude, finally, I'm like Mike Tyson. So rad, dude. I love it. Yep. What do we got? We got a blackout already done. Let's check out that blackout real fast. Like that blackout is saturated. At least like from this look, it looks great. Someone did a very good job on that blackout. Sick, 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 sick. Super cool. Okay, we got a tiger going on top of a blackout. Hard thing to pull off. Let's see it. Okay. We got black and white on top of a blackout. We've seen it before and it works, surprisingly. Like it actually does work. One of my favorite dudes to do this type of tattooing, his name is Guy Lee Tattoo in Mexico City. I believe he's French and he lives in Mexico City, but he does amazing white out blackout tattoos. Yeah, whatever this is. White on top of black. And this is just like a cool, interesting thing. Now, is it for like everybody? Fuck no, dude. This is for a very specific person who wants to have a ton of tattoos, doesn't care about it. The design on this one, I gotta be honest. The design is, as someone who does a lot of traditional tattoos and a lot of traditional tigers, the design is lacking. That eye looks a little funky, kind of a lot funky. And that tail also looks a little funky. Yeah, but I mean, hey, whatever. That's just me being like, you know, finding things, but that tail is funky. It comes out of that flower, which just is not, not the move, not at all. But hey, whatever. He did something crazy. It worked out pretty well. It's gonna look nice for at least a while. I'm always curious, like this type of tattooing, since it is so experimental, we don't have a lot of results from 30, 40 years ago. So I'm super curious to see what this type of tattooing looks like in 20 years. Like I wanna see how much that white actually stays and how much of that black on top of black doesn't fade into itself. But yeah, either way, go for it. I like it. If you got a blackout, put white stuff over it and keep it trucking. Okay, what do we got here? Okay, we got some gnarly dragon on a skull. I like the design. I think the design's super cool. Okay, I remember this one. Okay. So we have, instead of like just doing a gnarly, big, bold traditional tattoo, they did a big, bold outline, but they double lined it. So they did 2 lines and then they filled it in black and they gave it a massive, bold outline with this kind of traditional tattooing. Sometimes I really like it. I think this design it kind of works with, but sometimes I think it looks boring. Like if an image looks good at this size, maybe don't blow it up to the size of the back. Now that's not always the case, but sometimes with these like super bold, super dumb designs, like you'll see a panther the size of a back piece and it's just the head and it's like just a huge panther head and they double line it and they make it all thick and bold and crazy looking. And I'm always like, I don't hate it. Just think it's boring, which is crazy because like most of the time in traditional tattooing, I'm like, do it big, bold, and stupid. But there is a point where I go, maybe it's too stupid. And not that I think that that's this design, but this design definitely gets close. But you know, overall, I like the tattoo. I like it. I like it for him. I like the amount of black. I like the boldness. I like the color. So, you know, hey, what do I actually know about this tattoo? I know that it's a good tattoo. Maybe a little boring. Maybe. Next. Okay. Some big, bold, traditional tattooing. Some more of it. Okay. Let me gather my thoughts on this while we watch this. Framed tattoos. These are a thing. This is where like, you know, you have an image in the middle, like maybe a skull or a girl head, and then surrounding it by a frame and patterns, and it kind of ends up looking almost like ornamental, but traditional version. And I think it looks super cool. You used to see it sometimes in old traditional tattooing, but it's obviously become very popular nowadays. Okay, I got a couple thoughts on it. I've done a handful of them. I really like the way they look in general. I think they look good. This one might be a little too black for me, where it's almost becoming like a blackout in certain areas, which I think if that's what they were going for, then like cool, they nailed it. But some of those like chingaderas, those little patterns like in between all the tattoos look a little hard to see. But you know what, like honestly, it's cool. I just wanna see it in 20 years. Like not that everything in tattooing has to be revolved around like, what's it gonna look like someday? But I just am curious. I do think to myself when I see a traditional sleeve like this that's so cool and so intricate and so bold and so black, I'm like, that's like the first thought that pops into my head. Like, what's that gonna actually look like? Like this. If you zoom in on that section, I I like how bold and gnarly and black it is, but is it gonna look like that for very long? Like maybe some of these patterns could use a little space, but then maybe that's not what they were going for. I don't know. I'm not these people's dads. I'm not. I'm just curious. I'm just asking the question. I'm presenting the question. And it bums me out because I'm always like, I fucking like this. Like just in general, I think it looks fucking cool. But I do want to see like, is this best for the customers or is it just cool for my tattoo eyes to look at? Yeah, next on to the next. Hey guys, we just broke 70,000 subscribers. I appreciate you so much. If you like what you're watching, please like, subscribe, send it to a friend who also likes tattoos. We're trying to get to 100,000 currently, and we are 30,000 away. Because the more people who follow this channel, the less shitty tattoos are out in the world. Oh, Jesus. Dagger Face came back with a skeleton dad nose face tattoo. Okay. I've talked about the dagger in the past. I didn't like it. I thought it looked kind of bad. And there's absolutely no part of me that likes that fucking skull at all. It's a hard pass for me. I mean, there's nothing here. There's nothing here that I like. Why do you want the skeleton stick right on your nose? And that one's a hard one to look at, honestly. I'm just like, fuck me, dude. Fuck. I think sometimes when I come and find face tattoos, I just find the worst ones because I genuinely like face tattoos. I do. Almost always, like when they're done cool and interesting, I like them. But this is fucking not it. And I know you're sitting at home being like, well, Kirk, you don't have face tattoos? And I'm like, yeah, because I'm smart enough to know that like I better really get something that I'm gonna love on my face or I'm gonna be so bummed. And yeah, god damn it, dude. Fucking skeleton, dick nose, fucking face tat, dude. That is not the look. I hope he's happy with his dagger. In case you're wondering, that dagger snake thing on his face, everything I mentioned previously, we'll put a clip of it right here. That face is pretty detailed and you lose a lot of the detail, especially in the mouth and the face area, is completely true. Like I said, that was gonna fucking blow out and it was gonna be hard to see any of the facial features. And yes, this is a video and blah, blah, blah. Dude, that don't look good. It was poorly tattooed too. Like a dumb idea and it was poorly executed. And I don't know that this skeleton face is any better, but you know, whatever. Next, so I don't fucking lose my mind. Okay, so we have a palm tattoo. It says soft across the hand, which is, you know, they're playing off of it being a hard tattoo. Okay. So it says soft. It does not look super saturated. I'm gonna guess that when it comes to palm tattoos, this is like, has like a probably a 0% chance of actually staying in the skin. Look, if you're stippling it in a palm, which can be a very useful technique on a palm tattoo, but if you're like stippling it all black, like a big old field of black, I don't think it's gonna work and look very good. I think that you're better off just like getting a mag, turning it up to 1,000,000, and then just hammering it in the soul of this person. But also, I just don't think it's a great idea to put like a black design like this, where it's just like, you know, almost a tribal version of words. Yeah. But hey, you know, that's a tattoo. You know, there are some questionable ideas here. Like the O and the F, those things are so fucking close that if it does stay, those things are gonna be touching because like it's gonna be blown out. So like, and that's best case scenario. So you probably shouldn't have put in those lines so close to each other. There should be more space in between there. But you know, hey, it's a tattoo. I don't think it's gonna look good. And as far as palm tattoos, I certainly think it's not gonna look good. But hey, internet clout. This is what we do for internet stuffs. You know, and I'm all for it, dude. Get your bag or whatever and keep it rolling. Or don't. Or fucking don't. On to the next. Okay, as you guys all know, you can always send me images on my Instagram. Go ahead, like my Instagram, go check it out. You can send me videos because it really helps my job get done a little bit faster. I put out 2 videos a week. That's 27 to 34 clips that I fucking have to go searching for every single week. So if you guys send me something It really helps me out, and I just like cruise through it. I might respond, I might just like the fact that you sent me videos, but I will probably let you know that I saw it. So this one was the one that got sent to me the most. In the last 3 weeks, I got this maybe 30 times. I appreciate it. Let's watch it. Okay. Now, as far as a tattoo goes, I'm not really interested in it. I don't think it looks good. It's just not my style of tattoo. I think it's kind of weak looking, but whatever. The thing that he's doing with like the solid black and filling it in with yellow, I actually think he's doing it very responsibly. Like there is a lot of space in between the black. I don't think that that's gonna blow out and become a blob. I think overall it's a good tattoo. I'm not a huge fan of the red outline flames, but like the part that is the most interesting that most people are sending it to me is the fact that they're putting 2 fields of black and then putting in yellow to really give this weird effect, which looks great. Like the tattoo does look good, even though I'm not interested in it. I wish they didn't do the devil and the like red flames and whatever, but the rest looks great. And as far as like responsible tattooing goes, like it's as cool as it gets for like the interesting techniques that he's going for. Again, at least the parts that I see, like the dagger, the skeletons. I think there's kind of a rose in there that I can't really see, which I think it might be a little weird. But hey, this part of the tattoo looks great. It's gonna heal great. It's gonna stay for a long time just like this, more than likely. So I get down for it. So I know you guys sent it to me thinking, I don't know what you guys thought. I don't know. Maybe you guys thought I was gonna shit on it, and I kind of want to just because I don't like it, but I'm not going to. It's great. It's great tattooing. On to the next. Oh my God, no stencil back piece. Fuck me, dude. Yeah, we've seen a lot of this lately. I think it's amazing. I don't really dislike it or anything like that. It just gives me fucking anxiety. And watching it be done, I'm like, one thing that does bother me is that you could kind of occasionally see him looking at reference. I'm sure he's looking somewhere for something, like they've drawn it out or they have the design. So like it always makes me go like, why didn't you just like stencil the damn thing? But hey, you know, like whatever a person's got to do to find relevance in today's age, and especially when there's such a talented tattooer, I don't mind it. It's just like, it's just my first thought. My first thought is like, why not just stencil it? Wouldn't it make life a lot easier? And I would almost bet that it would make the entire tattoo process faster. But hey, whatever. The guy's extremely talented. Like the tattoo is like definitely at this point super well executed. Gosh. So I'm just like nitpicking for the sake of nitpicking, which I can because like there's some stuff here that's interesting, but whatever, you know? Good for this guy. How do you know where to start? Why do you start with the nose? And how do you know that you're not going too far down? It's crazy. Good for the tattooer. Obviously, it takes a lot of skill to do this, but also good for the client who just like, okay, go for it. It's crazy. Fucking wild. Okay, what is this? What do we got here? Who is it?
Watch me give myself another face tattoo. So I've been wanting more face piercings, but with the job that I have, I'm not allowed to have any at all. And these ones come out and this one flips up. So I'm just like, you know what? Let's just give myself.
The fact that someone's like, my job doesn't allow piercings, so let me get my face tattooed, blows my mind. And the fact that she's gonna do it by herself is just a crazy thing. You know, I always wonder, like if we did not have these cameras in front of our face at all times, like watching ourselves and doing stupid shit, how much of this stuff would we actually do? I've said it in the past, I will continue to say it. When it comes to attention online, there is no amount of attention that is worth fucking with your face over, okay? You don't do this to your face and then all of a sudden like get all the attention, love, and acceptance you've ever fucking wanted, you know? And like, you know, if a person wants a face tattoo and they're just like going for it and that's what they want, like, okay, there's already some stuff happening there, you know, like they want something. But like, there's no part of me that can look at this and not be like, this is just internet stupid shit manifesting into real life stupid shit. And I just hate it, dude. Yeah, bro. Yeah, I get notifications sometimes that say how good our channel's doing and how big our channel's doing. None of it's worth it. None of it's worth it to fucking mutilate your face. Now don't think that it's gonna stop me from eventually someday getting my face tattooed. I just think that these people don't care about tattoos. They just care about the attention. That's it. So let's continue on.
Maybe it's mental illness. So as y'all can see, I already
Okay, I did not hear that part before. But maybe, dude, maybe.
have these two, which are like cute in a sleigh, but I feel like this side of my face is empty. So I think I'm gonna give myself like a decent sized crescent moon right here. Before I do start, I just want to say nothing that I'm doing is clean, sanitary, or safe. Do not do what I do, just do as I say. Okay, so I'm gonna start first by outlining it with pen, just because like if I fuck up, it's easy to erase. Okay, bitch, I had to do this shit with fucking lip liner because it's too fucking hard to do with pen, but I do have...
Okay, it's not too hard to do with pen. It's impossible to do it with a pen. Like to draw a crescent moon, which is already one of the hardest tattoos out there. I know every fucking little white girl out there has a crescent moon, and every single little white girl out there who's gotten a crescent moon from a tattooer in the real world, actually I got a fucking crescent moon. I'm a little white girl, dude. Every single time a tattooer's ever had to do a crescent moon, they have like a micro heart attack, okay? Every single time. And I know you guys are sitting at home. If you've never done a tattoo, you're just like, that seems simple. It's just 2 circles. No, you were wrong. Honestly, it's one of the hardest tattoos to do out there. 2 perfect circles, and then to put it on a person's face, and then the idea that the person's gonna draw that on with a ballpoint pen. This person's stupid. It's not easy. It's a hard task to do. And I know, because I've seen this clip, that she changes her mind and does something like a heart, which is almost just as hard.
This, so I'm just gonna obviously go over it with this. Okay, so I got frustrated and I changed my mind. I'm gonna do this heart right here instead. All right, bitch, here we go.
Okay, I don't think I can use that music, so we're just, dude.
So update, my gun died and I don't have a charger, so now I'm just taking a shit. Like, don't even freaking worry, guys, like I found a charger. A little too in the zone and I completely forgot to keep recording, but this is what it looks like. It's giving Amanda Bynes, but I guess this is what like mental illness looks like.
That's just sad. I'm just bummed. I hate it. Yeah, next. Speaking of things I also hate, I gotta say I really like that lettering. I've talked about it. I will continue to talk about it every single time I see it. I saw this guy named Drew the Tattoo or some stupid shit. He's a tattooer who did it to himself, made a YouTube video about it. And I just thought, wow, a tattooer promoting the idea of this type of tattooing? Wow. Of course, it's the most money-hungry type of tattooer out there. Not one that respects anything or anyone. I hate this shit. I hate it. I think it's disgusting. I think it's one of the saddest bastardizations of what beautiful tattooing can be. And you see people doing this shit and it's a money grab, and I don't respect those people. I would have nothing good to say to those people in real life. And that is just my honest to goodness, solid take on any anesthesia tatters or people promoting the services. So every time I see it and I fucking find a clip about it that is annoying, I will say the same thing. So in case you've heard me say it maybe 3 times now, you're gonna hear me say it probably 20 times, okay? I appreciate it. You guys are the best. On to the next. God damn, mama. My mother fail tat. Yeah, that is the mother of all failed tats. Aw, poor girl, dude. That don't look good. Maybe it don't, I don't think it looks good. I hope it looks better than what it looks like. I hope the Saniderm is just kind of warping the tattoo, but man, it kind of looks like a fish. Kind of looks like a fish. I bet her mom does not look like a fish. That's not what I'm saying. The tattoo looks like a fish. Yeah. I hope it's Saniderm warping it. I don't think it is, unfortunately. On to the next. Okay, this is Zeus Tattoo. I love this type of tribal. I do. I love it. Like, I'm really into it. Super bold, super gnarly. Some of my favorite type of stuff, Zeus_tattoo. I found this, I saw it, I liked it. I wanted to share it with you guys because I don't think I've ever talked about this type of tattooing. Honestly, I think when I get my knees tattooed, I'm gonna put something big, bold, and stupid just like this over them. Yeah, I don't know that for sure, but I'm more than likely gonna do something like this. Yeah, I like it. Okay, that's the end of this episode this week. And like every week, we're gonna end it with one of my favorite tattooers who also watches this channel. So in case you guys are sitting at home being like, hey, I like watching Kirk. Some tattooer is actually sitting there with you watching it too, which is just an incredible honor for me to know that there are rad tattooers out there who watch our channel. So I wanna shout him out. This is Kenny Waizumi from Electric Tiger in San Diego, California. Let's look at some of his tattoos. He specializes in Japanese traditional. And like, to me, some of my favorite type of traditional Japanese, like bare bones, straightforward, like just a call to what I think Japanese should look like. Look at this koi fish, super cool, really beautiful, really elegant. I see a cover up in there, which is just amazing. Good for him. Let's see this next tattoo. Now, that last tattoo, I liked. This tattoo, I absolutely love. Like his snakes are super cool. And the way he put the chrysanthemums and the black and gray background, the wind bars, the clouds, it just looks amazing. This girl is at home like thinking, oh, I love my sleeve. And you know what? So do I. I really do. Like the way he used almost all red, like 2 tones of red maybe. I can't tell from this picture, but like just 2 tones of red and black and gray. That's it. Phenomenal. Super cool tattooing. Let's see this guy. We got a Hanya mask with the snake, a little Chris O'Donnell trying to, you definitely like him. I know you do. I know you sitting at home looking at his stuff because this is definitely a good version of him and I like it. San Diego tattoo, Kenny Waizumi. I hope I got that right. I appreciate it. And then we got this traditional devil head on back piece. The blue in the beard, interesting. Oh my God, actually that kind of trips me out a little bit. That blue in there, I like it. Send me that blue. Tell me what blue that is. I like the fucking weird flame beard stuff too. That's an interesting color. 2 interesting colors in here that if you see this, Kenny, please let me know what blues those are. Dude, those horns look so cool. Is it a dragon or a devil head? I don't care. I don't think it matters. Just fucking bitching, dude. Cool. And then this dragon. I mean, this is just phenomenal. Super cool. Yeah, this is what tattoos are supposed to fucking look like. And it makes me excited to see this type of tattooing in San Diego because you don't see a lot of it. Good for you, Kenny Waizumi, Electric Tiger, San Diego. I appreciate it. I'll see you in a few days.